What's up, AfterBuzzers? We are back with another episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. The season is winding down, and we got a lot to unpack. We got some big news from one of the wives, and the question of the night is, what exactly is a hoo-ha? Tune in now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz...
4, 3, 2, 1, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Y'all know we had to do it.
Level up, level up, level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy.
Don't level all the way down to the floor.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy.
Welcome back, guys. We are back with another episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, and you guys are listening to Sierra right now with Level Up. We had to do it. We had to intro this episode this way. I'm one of your hosts, Richie Scott. Who else we got on the panel with us tonight?
What's up, everybody? It's Felicia Michelle here.
What up, y'all? It's your blind bombshell, J. Lamar.
Come on, blind bombshell.
And what's up, y'all? It's still my birthday. You got Imani J in the building.
Now, we all the way in Leo season, but we still celebrating Cancer season. How about that? The party just does not stop. And you know, because it doesn't, let's keep it going just a little bit longer. Can we get that music turned up just a little bit more? One more time, come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy,
I'm about to climb on this dance.
Let me tell you, okay? And that timing was impeccable, as with most things that we do. Tonight, y'all, we got a lot to unpack. We got a whole lot to. We're gonna talk about wine games. We're gonna talk about the timing of Candace, because her timing is always a little off. But we love you, Candace. We do. We do. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Kendallgate round 2000. We are. We have some big news from one of the wives. We'll talk about that right at the end, so you guys got to stay tuned. I don't even know if they know yet, so that's major. And then we got to discuss the MVP of the night. So if y'all already out there who are listening and who are watching, if you digested the episode, we need to know. Go ahead, start writing it in the chat. We want to know who your MVP of the night is. So we're gonna discuss that a little bit later. But first, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Mess.
Ooh.
It was messy.
Every episode.
I know, but I was disappointed in Ashley this episode. I was disappointed in her level of mess. Kicking somebody while they down, that ain't cute. So, yeah, I was disappointed in Ashley.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It was just a big mess and a ripple effect of messes. Like, especially towards the end when Karen's like, no drama, blase, blase, and then just a ripple effect of drama. And then back to being cool again. So it's just like, y'all be up and down, up and down,
Wishy-washy. That's
up and down.
a Gemini situation.
It is.
It was a little confusing. I didn't like the words that were said. I don't mind conflict. I just don't like the way.
By who?
Candace. I didn't like her way of getting back, or her method of expressing herself. I'm trying to say it nicely because I don't want to step on her feelings because they're real sensitive, like eggshells. So
I wonder if she a Cancer, because y'all Cancers are very sensitive.
We are sensitive, but not on that level. I think her level of sensitivity is
yes, shit, yes.
I mean,
I didn't want us all to jump up, so I was like, get him a money.
I ain't that sensitive. I got a little thug in me. All right,
I'm
city
very
girls.
sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive. Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie about that.
Wow.
Okay, yes, I'm sensitive.
I
You
know.
want me to say AJ Lamar?
All y'all are.
But I'm a real life crab. Harder out shell. And very soft in the inside.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna be crying on the phone every 5 minutes. Thank God, I don't have time for that.
Nah.
Leave her alone.
Some
like
people
you too,
call
man.
it rage and regret.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Rage and regret, where you kind of lash out, and then later on you're very we be kind of crying about it or whatever. And I like Candace. Let it be known, I like Candace. She's been very good to us. She's appeared on the show. So, but we'll discuss all that later. First, let's start off with wine games. Okay? Wine games. So the ladies, I'm still trying to digest this.
You stressed?
I am. This conversation with Gizelle and Monique. Before we get to the winery, I want to go back.
Okay.
Did y'all like how this was resolved, or do you feel like it was resolved?
The pancakes look a little stiff.
They're pancakes.
They look a little stiff.
The food wasn't appetizing.
It didn't look appetizing at all.
Maybe it's like a French pancake. That's a crepe.
They were crepes.
They were, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Crepes
see,
are good. Add a little Nutella.
Crepes are
Well,
really
Giselle
good.
said pancakes.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did
she had
say
pancakes.
pancakes.
Maybe she ain't
had
know.
pancakes on her plate.
I like the resolve of it. Like, it was finally kind of over, and they both were like, okay, well, we don't have to be friends. We're not gonna be friends. We've seen this conversation a million
A
times.
million times.
We don't have to be friends. We don't, but we can be cool with each other, and that's what they got to. They were able to laugh. They ate. They had pancakes together, and they went on their way, and they didn't argue it all for the rest of the episode. So I feel like that worked for a little bit.
Whether
That is
you like
true.
or dislike either one of them, I feel like what I do like about both of them is their ability to kind of talk, move past it, and keep it moving. So like they can have the drama, but like a conversation usually seems to, on the surface, clear it up.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, it almost seems
I-
like
For now.
a good scenic route or something just,
Now,
makes them calm.
One of the ladies is still holding a little grudge. Can you guys guess which one it might be?
Patty Giselle. Duh.
You know what?
the switch.
I was gonna say
Patty Betty.
Shasha.
I was thinking that too.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Okay,
y'all
I'll
save
hold
Sha
on.
Sha for later. Cause
Ooh, what she
Shasha
did?
sure
What
will.
she did?
y'all better
Later.
save this later because I mean the news. Y'all stay tuned. Stay
Oh,
tuned.
so that's a hint right there.
Oh, we got a lot of news today.
Wow.
Well, I think
Lots of it.
the conversation though on the patio was it was needed, but I feel like they've had it maybe
Many times.
3 or 4 times already before. And so I think that the conversation that they were having will got them through the trip.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once they get back to Potomac, I definitely feel like it's going to be something else that's going to come
Yeah.
up.
I agree because especially Giselle is saying like she's not too worried about Kendall because she's the baddest bee in the game, all this other stuff.
Horse-faced
But-
Kendall is what she said.
Okay,
I'm
so
slightly different.
She said
I'm
that
not.
at that moment.
She
Yeah.
said I feel like what she's saying is to her. I mean, for her own self, she's the
Yeah.
baddest. Like that's how she thinks about herself. She's not gonna worry about this other person.
I
At
think
the
she's-
time, like I don't even know if the other ladies know that the ones that aren't her friends. I don't even know if they know that her and Sherman aren't together.
She didn't make an announcement to the group, but you're right. I think they just kind of assumed, and then maybe you never know, that could be a thing where she's like, I'm not talking about that, and that's just dead. Or maybe they thought it was going to develop differently with the whole Kendall situation. They thought maybe that storyline would play out differently, and then didn't. You know, there could be a production thing, or you think that. I don't think that a secret like that stays a secret long in Potomac or with those ladies. Like it's juicy, it's
Right.
gossip. I
And
can't
I don't
imagine
see-
they don't. You think they don't know?
why aren't they talking about it though? They're talking about Karen and her ring the whole episode. So why wouldn't like that be shade thrown towards Giselle?
I
if
think
that
what
is the case.
Giselle deflects. I think she has she deflects in the best way possible is by bringing up somebody else's drama and somebody else's mess
Which she does
all the time to deflect
I like
from
your
her
glasses.
issues.
I know
Thank
how
you.
it's
See,
Thank
that
you.
was my
looking
way of
at-
deflecting from that
Look
conversation
at us.
because I felt like I felt like it was going nowhere.
I'm checking out.
I knew you were going to do that this episode.
I'm checking out.
You see how I just gave you an alley-oop to do it?
Flip on back. I'm here.
No, but you know what? That's a good question. I mean, I think as an objective viewer, it is a very good question as to why nobody's really made a real stink about where Sherman is. But I feel like a lot of that could be out of guilt because they knew what was going on.
I don't know why they feel guilty
I
about it.
don't either. That's what I'm saying. I would just, if she being shady with me, we just gonna all be shady. If that's what we're here for, then that's what
And
we're here for.
to me, it was not as harmful as what she did to Karen, the things that she
Yeah.
did to Karen. Like bringing Kendall around was not as harmful as her talking about Karen's tax issues, wearing the T-shirt, all that. Like, no, I think it was way more hurtful what she did opposed to what's
You
been done
do?
to her. Yeah.
And then
You
especially
do?
think if
Okay,
Karen,
let's set the stage. I just want to set the stage one real quick.
Set the stage.
You in a relationship that you think is going somewhere, right? And you on a show, right? Now you already know that the person you dating ain't really like always with the limelight, right? So what she does, cause she's Shasha right now. She says, you know what we gonna do, Richie? We're gonna bring that ex up in here of the person you dating. And then suddenly your relationship begins to crumble. And you don't know why. You don't know why. You clueless. What's
Hurt.
going on? Why? So you mean to tell me that you think that little T-shirt with the little stick-on letters is worse than the demise of a relationship? Because you can pay off your taxes. Because Karen said if you got to make millions to owe millions. So that means that somebody got some millions in the background to pay these taxes.
If you as fly as Gizelle thinks that she is, these men should come a dime a dozen.
I asked you. I said, what about you? Are you upset about this?
I don't think I would be.
You not mad at her?
I would be upset.
You not throwing this liquid at her?
I think I would be upset. I think I would be upset with you to a certain degree. But I think that if you turned around and did what she did to Karen with the T-shirt and the Uncle Ben thing and all that to Richie because he was having tax problems or whatever, I think I would look at that as, damn, that's really spiteful. But what you did to me, I'd be like, okay, that's spiteful, but I can bounce back from that. That's nothing.
Okay, there's a point in between both of y'all points that I think y'all are both missing. So this is the point that I'm thinking.
Well, put the puzzle piece in, sis.
I'm about to lock in right now.
Lock us in.
So no, but what you're saying is that the issue between Gizelle and Karen, but really it's between Charisse and her side and her, her Monique and
No, you didn't just throw Monique as a side.
Well, no, I mean, like, because that's how she was brought into the situation, because she's not like an OG. Like, they're OGs. Like, Charisse is an OG. Giselle's an OG. They've been an OG at Potomac just off the bat.
Which is
But
true.
the problem is what went on between Charisse and Gizelle was petty on both ends, and I think that's not... Like, the Karen situation is, okay, that's just a character flaw of Gizelle that you feel like she has, but with her and Charisse, they are the ones who got an argument. This is how it started between the both of them. Like...
But I feel like everybody used Kendall to get back at Gizelle because everybody had a vengeance and a purpose to
Let me tell you,
started with, but yeah,
And only thing
but
that
you know, Kendall was a willing participant.
Wait, but are y'all saying
everybody was willing.
No.
Everybody was willing.
If I'm gonna get back at my ex's new person on reality television, and I'm just gonna walk in the room and you shook it just by me walking into the room, then I'm walking into the room and you're gonna be shook it because look at me. And look at who you with
But
now.
are y'all saying
But
so
we're not
that
gonna go there.
really ended the relationship with Giselle and
Well,
Sherman?
we're speculating. This
Because
is
I mean,
all
if that
speculation.
did end the relationship, then I mean,
what was it for
Well,
me?
I think it was a
I
couple-
don't.
it's a
I don't
couple
think
things.
that ended the
I think it
relationship.
could be
I
a
just
couple
think
things.
Giselle was hard to
Number
get along
one,
with. But
Yeah,
that's
Number
I
one,
don't
I
care.
think that I think because I feel like if they had been together that long, it was something else. I don't know what it was, but I'm just saying like something. To me, that's probably a deal breaker. You got my ex coming around. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be talking, and now Monique,
My baby mama. That's his baby
basically-
mama too, though.
Right, and Monique basically put his business out there about whatever
In the
parking lot situation he was doing with the parking lot pimping. Bringing up a case, where he, I guess, went to jail. So now, if your past is not necessarily known,
Now it is.
and you a businessman or whatever you do, like you got to be looking crazy now.
But wouldn't he have thought that
yeah,
prior to
you
this?
dating
Like,
a reality TV
But what if
star,
if
so-
you
and one of the most vocal ones.
But he didn't like the limelight, right?
Yeah, he wasn't
So
trying to
when
get
that
spotlight.
People interview came out, and I think it was a picture of the two of them, you got to think to yourself, if I got a mugshot, oof. Now is the time people are gonna start looking for it.
Right.
Then if Monique says it, and once you say it on TV,
That's it.
people run and they go to look
sticks.
for it.
Yeah. So I feel like it was a lot of that,
I don't think that he liked her that much, though.
I don't think so either.
'Cause even
that
the-
could have been.
Is that because you
looked
don't
over.
like her that much?
No, it ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Not even a little
It ain't nothing
bit.
to do with me. But their interaction,
Their
chemistry
on camera was very like displaced. Like I didn't like. She would be all up on him, and he'd just kind of be maybe because the cameras were there, and he doesn't want that
Right.
limelight.
I thought he would be like, I thought he was kind of self-conscious about his size, actually. That's kind of how I looked at it. When he,
I thought he was
It
self-conscious because he
could be
was
uncomfortable.
always looking like he was
quite
sweating.
yes, he looked quite uncomfortable. He didn't kind of know where to.
These lights is hot sometimes.
Yeah.
You know how it is?
Well, you're a reality star, so you know.
Look how we all look like.
He didn't want to refute it.
But what I would say is that it is very difficult to do reality television because even the things that you don't want to talk about, like you find yourself being pulled into talking about. And so you end up revealing things about yourself that you would not normally have revealed and reacting in ways that you wouldn't have normally reacted, mostly because it's a crew of people around you, and then they're asking you very deep questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just like, oh my God, like, I didn't sign up for all this, you know? So I feel like, I think that stress was what led to his.
I wonder what the conversation between Kendall and Gizelle has been, because clearly they were cool.
Giselle says that they're not, and she doesn't
Giselle
even have a
said
phone
she
number.
was the girl at the party that was just like, hey.
Well, like I'm saying,
Nice
but
to
they
see
had
you.
pictures together, so apparently they know each other. They run in the same circles.
Same circle.
Right.
So I wonder, like,
Because of Charisse.
Well, I wonder, has conversation been had about the whole situation? Because what would make Kendall mad enough to appear on the show? Something had to happen.
I don't necessarily think anything happened per se. I think if Charisse said, hey girl, you want to come film?
Yeah.
But you know, Kendall has not, like, she's came on the show, but I don't think that she's done anything that was like
She didn't spill
disrespectful.
no crazy tea. She
Yeah.
didn't talk bad about her.
The only thing was during that walk with Monique,
Monique,
and
and I
she
said-
obviously was uncomfortable with the situation with Giselle and Sherman and all
Well,
of that stuff.
Because she could have
she's
earned
like,
her
we were
glass of wine
friends.
that
But
night.
here's the
Like, she
thing,
could have
though.
earned her place on the
Yeah,
cast
she
that
could
day.
have, and she didn't.
I think
She
what
could've went
happened
in.
was the tea was spilled to Monique, and Monique did whether she did it consciously or subconsciously, she did the dirty work. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second, because I feel like that's
Can we
important. 'Cause
hurry
that
up?
conversation. I know, but we got.
We keep getting
y'all
to
know
it.
we got a lot to cover tonight. This
Right.
every episode I feel like is almost like 3 episodes long sometimes
Yeah.
because so much happens. All right, so I want to talk about this whole situation with. Can we talk about Candace? The timing of Candace.
Bad. It's always really bad. I kind of feel bad for her though, because I know it's like she wants to express herself. It's like quicksand. The more she tries to tell you that people, you don't know me and I want you to know me, it's the less grip on the group that she has. Like, people actually banged with you. They liked you when they first met you. Like, they said positive things about you, but then it's kind of like
She needs a sidekick.
she
Yeah.
is the sidekick.
That's what I'm saying.
But she
is.
needs one, because
She
everyone's
needs-
kind of like
Everybody's kind of like
linked a little bit.
paired off, and the people like Karen, who's not paired off with anybody, can hold her own.
Yeah.
Ashley, who's not really paired off, but she's like just sprinkled in everybody's little group, she
Yeah.
can hold her own. Candace can't hold her own.
Karen was
Like,
one
when
of
she was
hers
in-
and Candace's tonight. That was ridiculous.
What?
No, but that's
Let
a
me
really
tell you,
good
when they
point.
when Karen was yelling from over the balcony, I had
It's
to
not a
rewind
title.
it. You know, I don't know what it is that Candace is getting wrong. One is timing.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like she tries to get in, you know, when the OGs, they're like having just dialogue about something serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just almost like, oh, not now.
She would be
It's not
smart
working right
is
now.
if she like pulled Gizelle to the side, like during the whole little party or whatever, when they laughed at her for speaking.
Right.
She would have been smart by just pulling Gizelle to the side and having like a private conversation, like, I'm going through something, like, how can you help me? Like, that would have been perfect camera time.
Or I feel like you are not respecting me when I speak. Say it. I agree with you. Pull them to the side, because then you create your own little moment.
All moment. So I'm checking these girls individually.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
That would be
what
much better.
I totally agree, because I don't understand. I'm like, if you have a problem, it's instead of just yell, because you're saying, oh, you're going against me. It's like more what you call them, the flossy posse, girl.
Yeah.
I know I love Girls Trip too, but relax. Like, she calling them the flossy posse. Like, these insults are not even good.
But
like,
they're doing nothing but laughing at her.
Yeah.
and I honestly would have been
Literally,
laughing
they
too,
were.
probably, like, because you're just going too hard and you're telling me you don't know me and I'm judging you, and that makes me think that actually you don't know me and you're judging me.
But
like,
didn't she come into the show as Ashley's friend?
She came to Ashley's friend, so why not, instead of making an appeal to an entire group of people to like you, work on individual relationships, building genuine
But
connections.
her and
then
Ashley
joining the
have been
group.
going like head to head since she got on the show.
That
Let's
was a
go
weird
ahead and
situation.
talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about it, because
Woosah.
did you guys feel at that moment, and we're going to go backwards a little bit, but we're going to start with the end of that argument with Karen and Ashley. But since we're talking about Candace, did you guys feel like it was, one, her place to interject, and two, do you feel like she was right?
I feel like she was right.
Yeah.
I feel
But probably
like
wasn't her place though, because
I don't know.
wasn't
I'm
necessary.
kind of iffy about it, because I think if she had a better rapport with Karen, then it would have been her place to interject, because as we all know, anytime something is said to Gizelle, Robin interjects. Anytime something is said to Robin, Gizelle interjects. So I don't feel like it would have been an issue if she had been closer to Karen. But at the same time, you're on a reality show, and if you see a moment, go for your moment.
It was kind of like she just went to attack because you're attacking my friend instead of like the conversation was terrible. I would have never got into it because they were already like
repeat what you said.
It's like she went on attack mode. Like you're coming at my friend, so I'm gonna come at you.
So don't the little sorority sisters, don't they do that?
But everybody knows to expect that from them, and Karen can hold her own. And Karen can hold her own. And the thing with Karen too is, I feel like maybe she was trying to like pay her back because she had stuck up for her so many times. It's like. Yeah, maybe
probably.
that's what it was, but what she was saying to Ashley was just, it wasn't facts. That whole suck thing.
Yeah.
It just was like.
I mean, it was like a Giselle response. You know, Giselle tries to give those 2-line hitter quitters. It just wasn't working.
It just was a hit or miss.
Yeah, hit or miss.
Shot it.
Am I lying?
I just didn't like it because I think she's a better person than what she is showing people. So I understand her point in that, because when she gets mad at people, like we saw earlier, I think maybe it might be episode 8 or 9. I don't remember, when she had went off on them the very first time and called them a bunch of old bees and stuff like that.
I thought that was great.
I just feel like I think it's a lot classier to respond back like with it together instead of losing
Did you have to flip
it,
your hair like that?
crying. It was my way. Instead of losing. Well, shoot, let me get a glass. Shasha don't got hers. Give me one.
Girl, you got the AfterBuzz glass, a little cut.
Oh,
So we're gonna do that at the end.
that'd be cute.
Really
Expect
would.
a photo after we finish,
Yes.
y'all.
Right.
Yes.
No, cute. One more.
Boomerang, yeah.
Yes.
I love us, but I understand like what I can't
us.
even go on.
This is
I
us.
do. I genuinely do love us. I love this panel. But no, I just think it just wasn't cool. Like, you're just better. You're better than that. And all you do is give people ammunition to talk about you when you don't rise above in a certain type of way. And I thought she would hold it together. She's a pageant girl.
Yeah.
But I felt like she's held it together too much, in my opinion.
Maybe that's why
on-
she's
Yeah, because I think
unwinding.
the first pressing, like when she pressed them the first time and addressed them all in the, what was it, the little party bus or the van?
Actually,
I thought that was perfect.
love that.
Yeah, that was
whole,
like, let you know.
That whole situation was amazing.
But you got to
Right.
keep that momentum going. And I think that she failed to keep that check-in
Well, I don't
spirit
feel like
going.
you gotta keep checking people every
Did you say the
episode.
The check-in spirit, yeah.
The check-in spirit.
Like, you can't just give me like one episode I'm checking people, and the next episode I'm
she
crying.
had caught a hold of it and she let it
Well,
loose.
no, the
She
next
held
episode
on.
you're crying. Yeah, that just
No.
doesn't work.
If
I
you
mean,
gon-
if you're gonna be hard, be hard.
I
but
will- I
you don't
agree
gotta
with you on
press everyone all the
But
time.
I
some
feel like
people
this cast-
cry when they're angry. Like when they get really, really
Candy.
mad, they cry.
She might be a Candy.
No, Candy does. Don't talk about Candy.
I love Candy.
But I feel like with Candace, like her true anger comes out when she like talks to her mom or her husband or her fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's on the phone with Chris and she's like, and I'm just like, girl, you didn't even have that
Why
much
you
to say.
sound
You
like
just
Jocelyn Hernandez?
Wait, I got.
I love her.
Speaking of Jocelyn, because she does
got
have a
some
new. She well, no.
I
She,
said, got some news.
well, I will
part of the
say,
news.
listen.
I'm like, Jocelyn?
Y'all know Jocelyn's got a new reality show coming out on WeTV coming up soon, and we are known for our after shows for reality television. So you guys have to make sure to subscribe to all of our channels, watch all of our after shows, because we cover literally everything across the board. And while you guys are watching us tonight or today, whenever you're watching us right now, you can also listen to us on iTunes just in case, your boss is at work and, you can't be watching us on YouTube, but you want to listen in your ear anyway. Subscribe on iTunes as well, because we're there as well, too. So I just wanted to let y'all know so you don't get fired.
Oh, and give us 5 stars.
Okay,
Yes.
rate us, comment. We
5-star
love
chick.
that. And all of us are on different after shows, so you got to check out all of our after shows and stick around to the end and you'll find out which ones.
Yes.
All right, so we talked a little bit about Candace and Ashley. Let's talk about Karen and Ashley, because they've been at war since season 1. They have. We
Do you
have the
think-
flashbacks to prove it.
I know, but do you think it's because, Ashley has been saying it, but when she first came into the group, Karen was trying to give her this whole rundown on how you're supposed to be in Potomac and all of this stuff. So now she's like, girl.
Listen, it was
You can do what you want, Richie. It's your day.
Why was that pour so loud? I was like,
But it sounded real exclusive.
it did, like commercial. That was these some good microphones.
Only the best here at AfterBuzz TV.
See, I love y'all too. That side, this side, every side.
They first class today.
I know, first class.
Go ahead,
Popping
girl.
bottles. But what was I saying? Yeah, I just think like Ashley is just picking on her now because she's like, girl, you ain't even it.
Who? Picking on who? Karen?
On Karen.
Yeah, I feel like, I definitely feel like,
I believe she called her a broke down Tina Nose. She did.
I thought
That was the best part.
Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting to see Karen like crack. Like I'm waiting to see her just like go
Break down and cry?
off because
Or like go ballistic.
go ballistic. Like she's not that Potomac title that she got, the Grand Dame. That's very much so her in her latter part of life. Before that, I believe that she was like that hood chick.
I think Karen got a story.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When she wore the Saucony, what was it? Skechers, Sauconys, whatever she wore.
She had the Sauconys on.
I thought
Skechers.
That was in our fashion review about
was
2 episodes
it
back.
was. I thought that was gonna be the day she was gonna pop off. Cause I mean, you got the
I've been
comfy
waiting for
shoes
it.
on.
And I feel like,
I mean, this isn't love and hip hop, but
I feel like Ashley would be her easiest target.
I think because she can direct most anger to Ashley because she's too daggone young to be talking about stuff she doesn't know about. That woman has been married as long as you've been alive.
Can I tell you?
Period. That's true.
And you can't touch something like that 20,
But
15,
wait.
20 plus years somebody. You have no clue, baby.
She could have knocked
I don't
Ashley
know.
down with
I
so
feel
many
like
things.
You could go head to head with Karen because you give it to her every week in the slightest way.
What? No, I'm saying.
Why you keep coming for her?
I
sis?
do. How did I?
It was
Please,
it,
how,
that was a
somebody tell me
clever
how.
read.
really did.
That was not a read.
Clever live read.
That was not a read. That was not a read. I was coming at Ashley.
Oh.
But you brought
But
Karen
you
aging.
managed-
I said she's been married as long as you've been alive. Is that a fact? That's not a fact.
Oh.
She's been married 25 plus years. Ashley's like 27, right?
But how are they so
so
different?
wrong.
Because
Y'all mad at facts? You can't
no,
be mad at
but
facts,
look,
baby.
why are they so different in terms of like their marriage situation? I mean, I get that she's been married as long as our age and all that stuff, but Ashley is married to an older man. Karen's married to an older man. And I feel like they're just throwing all this like marriage shade.
But Ashley is working on her marriage, and it was at a point where it could have went the opposite way. And Karen Huger has 20 plus years of marriage under her belt. And
But where is the
you-
range?
But here's the fact. I think that maybe Karen sees herself in Ashley at that age. And Ashley sees herself at Karen, looking at Karen like this could be me at a
like
certain
Freaky
age. And it's
Friday?
like, yeah, and it's like, I don't want this for myself. I'm serious. Like she's thinking like maybe I don't want this for myself, and I'm so angered by seeing Karen going through this shit. I don't want this for myself.
Because she
Maybe
does seem angry when
Did
she's
you
coming
say-
at Karen though.
Because like Karen married that older guy. Because I think Karen's in her 50s and her husband's like 75.
71.
Here's the thing.
75.
71.
Ashley pointed
Round
this
up.
out last week, and she stated it again this week.
What she said?
2 things. One, Ashley is of a millennial generation where
She's younger than
sharing-
us on this panel.
Yeah. Where sharing is the thing. Like, so kind of being open and transparent. She's like 27.
Like 25. I think yeah, like 25, 27.
Okay.
She ain't 25. I
well,
think she's 27. And
think she gotta be like 27.
She ain't older. She ain't younger than all of us on the panel.
Because I think I'm the youngest over here, y'all.
So anyway, were you saying? Don't make me be the grand dame of this panel. I do it.
Let the uncle be another panel talk.
This beard
See,
is
and that's
black.
why people say that y'all be coming for this side of the table. That's why
They
you
do.
talking in our
They
comments
do.
about y'all.
Then when we gotta present them with the facts, and then they be upset.
Let Uncle Ben have it.
Oh, I love
No,
you.
but she said it. She said, "I'm a millennial and she's not." So she's of a generation where Karen is of a generation where people don't really expose their faults,
True.
and Ashley is not. Ashley lives her life in front of the camera, like good, bad, or indifferent, and you gotta give that to
Unapologetically.
her, and which makes her storyline always compelling.
Mm-hmm.
And then it makes Karen's a little cuckoo because it's always pieces missing to this puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's got that. And that's really what Ashley was saying tonight. I've been open and honest about my struggles. You haven't. And that's why I keep coming at you. Because you lying.
The level of
I feel like you was talking to me, so
It's
I
not you.
was like in the defensive. I'm like,
It was getting real passionate. I'm
right.
like,
But I'm saying, like, that's what she was saying. Like, I think that's why she's just, like, always, like, girl, please, come on now. Like, because she is. Every time Karen says something, she's, like, under her breath, like, girl, don't nobody believe you.
Because she's tired of it. I mean, I can't blame her because, I mean, some of the things that Karen says, I'm even like, come on. Like, really? You expect us to believe that?
Like that ring story?
Well, okay, so apparently this is on the Breakfast Club. I'm so sorry because I remembered your name, you wrote a comment, and I read every single comment of every single show that I'm on because I make the time because I care about y'all think. But somebody said that she was on the Breakfast Club and she said that the reason she took the ring off because she didn't want to be robbed. She was afraid of being robbed. However, they addressed that this episode that she actually had it on, then she took it off, and then so that's situation is confusing. No,
not to me. When she said it, like, oh, I don't want to be robbed. I think it made sense to me.
You're gonna be robbed with this camera crew right
in the
here.
south of France.
Yeah, they act like they in the south of France.
But y'all don't know her story. Y'all know her story.
Look, they came and she had to put it in her hoo-ha.
What I want to know is that, what is a hoo-ha to you guys? Quick poll for everybody online and for y'all at the table. What is a hoo-ha? What did you think it was?
A hoo-ha for me is going to be a vajayjay.
A hoo-ha sound like a really good drink.
Yes, it does.
That's like a good cocktail.
Hoo-ha.
We got that hoo-ha.
You going to put a ring in your hoo-ha?
Oh my gosh. No, I thought she was talking about her vagina too. And then
That's
she
what
was
I thought
like,
it
it
was.
was her breast. And I was like, I think that you lied on
That's
the
why it was
and
a
didn't
lie.
work out.
That was a lie.
Yet again.
Because a hoo-ha is not up here.
Because she should say hoo-ha's.
Okay, yes,
Hoo-ha.
plural.
If she would
Okay.
say hoo-ha's, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And tatas is easier to say than hoo-has.
Yeah.
So.
Well, speaking of tatas, let's talk about Shasha.
I love the segue.
So we see this brief conversation, but I feel like it is a bigger story here. And we've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks. And I feel like it further develops every time we see the two of them on camera together. Monique and Charisse had a conversation about why Monique threw her under the bus. Charisse seemed to try to clarify that when she initially brought her to the thing or brought her around, it didn't work out, but then Monique took that and ran. And Monique is feeling like this was, no, you brought her, I finished the job, but then I stopped. Am I wrong?
No, that sounds about right. But
Yeah.
do you think that it's because Monique, when they had the last episode when they had the dinner and they came out, Ashley threw the mess out that that Shasha was talking mess about Monique. So right after that, Monique was like, Charisse brought Kendall. So do you think that was probably the reason that she's like, well, you talking behind my back, so let's just...
I think
put it
so
out
because she
there.
was very ride or die for
Yeah.
Charisse, you know, like.
And she was surprised.
And anytime her and Charisse are together, she always makes it known, like, you are my real friend in this
Right.
group. You know,
Speaks
you are my
highly of
sister in this group. So I think that for them two to be going at it is to me, it's kind of weird. And like trying to put the blame on each other, like, own up to it. If that was my friend, and you know, if Charisse set me up to get back at somebody else, and I'm riding for my friend, I would just clearly say, okay, she did it, and we did it.
I
and
think I would be over it because
Yeah.
who likes Gizelle? I mean, they're not really feeling her that much besides Robin. So it would just be like, you know what? Oh, well. Kendall was here. Kendall was gone. Now,
It just
what's
was
up?
pointless. It didn't develop into anything enough to deny it. Like, just say that you did it. Like, the battle between, I was talking about earlier, the battle between Gizelle and Charisse was nasty, like, last year. It was really nasty. So, do I get why she would have wanted to do that to her? I could see that. I could get it. But y'all dropped it and it's over. Like, just let it be. Like, there was no
I would have
point.
respected the situation more if somebody would have just said, we did it, and what you gonna do?
Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to
Period.
fight?
Yeah,
That's how
what's
I would
up?
have felt. Like, oh, well.
We won and won.
But at the end of the day, though, which I gotta realize is
Nah,
that
that's not equal.
that's, you know, when you play the reality game, it's like people try to win fans. They're trying to win support, right? And so just like you would go to great lengths to try to get back at somebody, you're also going to go to great lengths to not look like you did it. That's the name of the game. Nobody wants to look like I was being vindictive because they all want to look like, if you look like the victim, then you always come out on top. Everybody knows that.
No.
Except
I love a
Jocelyn
villain.
Hernandez.
Not in reality. I feel like not in reality television.
I love
Hold
it.
on,
I don't think so.
unless you are trying to be a villain.
Okay. True
If you're
that.
not trying to be that, then you're always going to be like, no, I didn't do this.
Yeah,
But
because
it-
that's Monique's role. She's like, No,
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
She even calls herself the
peacemaker.
peacemaker.
She calls her pastor over. She's
But my
like, that
my
is
thing
not
is,
me.
with this particular situation, to me it was no victim. It was villain versus villain. I didn't see Gizelle as a victim.
I don't
did
think
her
Gizelle plays a victim. I feel like Gizelle knows she can be a villain, but she's well liked. Just like Kenya.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
Hold on.
saying.
Just like
Who's
Kenya.
she well liked by?
By the entire people. Everybody watches Potomac.
Yeah, everybody watch. Listen,
Oh,
come on now.
okay.
Here's the thing. If let's talk
I'm
about
like,
it.
that side over there?
I'm
Let-
like,
let's-
who? Like y'all talking about like we know the people. Like who?
The people, there's
The
people.
people.
In the comments
Hold on,
like
and
that.
we're gonna get to exactly why I said that in just one second.
Oh.
What I would like
All
to
these
discuss right
damn
now, because
surprises
we're not gonna
today.
get anywhere on this one, is MVP of the episode. Real quick, give it to us. Give it to us.
I'll say Karen because she did not jump on Ashley in that van, and I feel like she should have. She kept it together as much as possible. So I would say Karen.
You know what? I really don't even have an MVP because I feel like all of them was just messy and just like it got nowhere.
I'm gonna pick Monique because I loved what she said during their argument when she was when Candace was like suck a D, then when he goes a brown one or a white one. I thought that was hilarious. So just because she made me laugh and I enjoyed her this episode, even though y'all say I don't like her, I do like her.
I'm gonna give it to Kendall. I gave it to her a couple of weeks back because
She wasn't
has-
even there.
I
That's what I'm
know.
saying.
She's made the most waves, and she hasn't even been on screen.
They could pay her full time. If they pay her for every time they use her
Every
name.
time they mention
Yeah.
her, I mean, seriously, she's been a big factor of this, and I would like to see her at the reunion.
I
But
agree.
speaking of all of that, let's get into our news and gossip real quick.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so real quick first, we have a video of Monique talking about exactly what's up with her and Charisse when she was on Watch What Happens Live this past Sunday. If we could potentially get that video media pulled up real quick, because she was very telling about what it is that she thought about the reunion. And it's a video. But here, what we see on the screen actually was Ashley last week. She was talking about the reunion, and she basically mentioned that the reunion is fun, loud, and messy.
That sounds like the way this season went. Really.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's no
especially-
surprise there. But back to your now, can we get we have a picture of the reunion seating chart. I want to look at that real quick, if we can pull that up. Okay, let's go back right there.
Can we get a zoom?
So now let's see. When
Why
we
does
talk
that look
about
like
the
Michelle?
favorites or the most popular people or the people who have the most drama during the season, they're typically the closest to Andy.
Yeah.
In every
Sure.
franchise, we know that, right? So it is no secret that Gizelle is usually one of the fan favorites.
Where's
And
Charisse?
she is literally
She don't
sitting
have a
right
glass.
next to
She don't
Andy.
got a seat. No glass, no seat.
She was on every episode.
I
glass, no
really
seat.
want to pull up the whole. I hope we can get that video clip of Monique talking about Charisse coming up. But if you
what
guys
is
look at the
that?
seating chart real quick, we have Gizelle sitting to the right of Andy.
Ashley.
Then next is Ashley. Then is Robin, right? And then right beside Andy on the left hand side, we have Karen, we have Monique, and then we have Candace. My assumption is that because Charisse is not a full-time cast member, she's just not pictured. But I feel like she's going to be there.
I'm sure she'll
she
be
was in
there.
every episode.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be there. That couch looks like there could be 2 more people sitting on it with them. That looks like
And
It
this
looks
is
like-
this
Most
is
of
the
the time, they
reunion
bring
setup.
people.
Yeah.
So-
That picture looked like Destiny's Child versus 3LW.
And
You know what?
Candace is looking like Michelle though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking like, is that Michelle?
Destiny's
I'm
Child versus
assuming that
3LW.
this is some type of French background since they went to, France.
it's beautiful.
So we have the
Where's Kendall gonna sit?
I'm probably on the left
in the
couch.
back, all the way in the back.
If
over
they don't
there,
bring
not
if they don't bring
pictured.
Kendall, they failed this reunion.
So the other big news is the Grande Dame herself, her new fragrance is coming soon, and the title of it it's called La Dame.
It's at Wrigley's, believe it or not.
I saw that and I was like,
Wait.
the irony.
Wow.
But it's coming soon.
That's what's gonna be it. It's gonna be sold there.
No, I think that's just the establishment
I
that
think
it's by.
I think someone
Wow.
had the
Bad placement.
wit to do some little shade right there with
Yeah.
refusing
Bad
to leave it.
placement.
This is about to be like Cherise little jogger pants.
That doesn't like one of those billboards that stays in place. Looks like the ones that change, like the
like the screen one.
Yeah,
Like in
And-
Times Square.
so somebody waited to get
Real
that.
quick, we also have a photo of Robin. We talked about her last week and her short haircut. Can we get that pulled up real quick?
Beautiful.
We did
love
talk
this.
about her last week. I do believe that she debuted this look at the reunion because there was some video of her on BravoTV.com, and she was basically talking about the cut and why she did it. She's basically saying she'd wanted to do it for a long time. I know for me, I like it.
Juan says he loves it. She
Yeah.
said Juan loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Hey.
I'm here for it.
She has a beautiful face. So
Yeah, she does.
short hair, long hair. You better check back in, Jay Lamar.
I don't even know what you pulling down your shades for, Blondie, because y'all got the same haircut.
Bitch stole my look.
Right? I had my first.
Everybody knows we love a blonde here at
No, she.
Hello? Wait,
AfterBuzz
there's somebody on the
TV.
line? What's going on?
We have someone on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's on the line?
Hey, is this AfterBuzz TV though?
This is AfterBuzz TV.
Who this?
Hey, the number one digital streaming network for all the after shows, the ESPN and after shows. Is this AfterBuzz TV?
It is.
It is.
Is DJ Richie Sky in the building?
He is.
He's right over here.
DJ Richie Sky, what's good? It's McCall.
What, I know who it is. I recognize your voice. What you doing, girl?
You know what? I just wanted to call in real quick. I know you guys are trying to do your show, but I just wanted to just share how much I'm gonna miss you. I don't know if the rest of the world knows, but I'm just gonna miss you dearly when you take your next step in your career. But just know that I love you dearly,
I
my
love
friend,
you
and you have
too.
been
I
such a
cannot
joy,
believe
such
you.
an absolute just blessing to my life and a blessing to everybody else. And I just wanted to just wish you the absolute best with your next chapter. And just know that my ass is already looking at flights to come down to Miami next summer. So don't forget about us, little people. Now. Don't forget about us now.
I can never forget about my AfterBuzz TV family. I love you, McCall. Thank you for that.
You are very welcome, Rich. You guys, cherish this moment with this man. You may never get this close to him again.
Yes, they will.
Yes, we will.
Look,
All of y'all-
look,
all of y'all
look.
coming
When you start
tonight.
getting red carpets on the arm of Oprah Winfrey and all that, you think security's gonna let you get through to say hi to Rich in about 2 years? Are you crazy?
Yes, Oprah.
Take advantage of this right now. So, anyways, I don't want to stop your guys' show. I just wanted to say, Rich, from the bottom of my heart, I just wish you the absolute best. I love you dearly, and I can't wait for us to reconnect again at some point down the road. I'll see you on top, baby.
All right, baby. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Oh, that was nice.
So for those of you guys who don't know, this is my last AfterBuzz. Right. This is my last AfterBuzz TV show for a little bit. Who knows what'll come up, in the future. But I'll be relocating to Miami to do some work for Daily Flash TV. So you guys can just follow me on Instagram and we can chop it up. Yes. We can all celebrate together, but they're gonna be holding it down here, giving y'all all the tea and all the shade every week, here in, here out. So keep tuning in, all right?
I'm gonna miss arguing with you.
We can still argue.
Wait,
I'll text you.
who gonna hold me down though?
I got you, girl.
Oh,
I'm gonna be in the comments like, nope.
Grandam, you can't hold it down by yourself.
You're right.
Look, can we real quick before we go? Can we get into some predictions real quick before we go?
Oh my God.
What do you think is gonna happen next week?
Karen's not gonna open that door. Y'all didn't see the pizza box delivery?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see.
I agree. Mocha.
Monique.
Smoke and stuff.
Monique and Charisse are gonna have it out.
I think that we're gonna see Karen and Ashley like part 2. What is it? We're not in 2000. We're in the 3000s, right?
Yeah,
Part
3000.
3035 million.
Is
that a number?
I predict next week is gonna be the calm before the showdown, before the finale. I feel like the finale is gonna be right after this episode, and I feel like we're gonna get a lot of heat. So you guys gotta be sure to tune in. I am one of your hosts here at AfterBuzz TV. My name is Richie Sky. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at DJ Richie Sky. Where can they find you, and what other shows are you on?
Thank you, Richie. You're amazing. I'm gonna definitely. I'm about to cry. You can find me on Instagram at It's Felicia Michelle, and in probably 10 minutes doing Shades of Blue on our drama channel at Now.
right now. You guys can follow me on all social media networks at I am J. Lamar Richie. I'm going to miss you. I know that was a new one.
Steven, probably.
I know, that had to be Steven. But what's up, guys? You guys. Hey. What's up, y'all? You can follow me on all social media platforms at Imani Ajak and at ManiJTV.com, where I'm covering everything pop culture.
There we go. That's it for us for this week. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll be right back here. We'll see you guys later.
Oh, I thought we were.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.